Okay, hi Destiny. How you doing? I've got your work up. You say you've taken your work from Google. If you're going to use Google as an image search, make sure that in your search parameters you put high resolution images. So instead of just saying a Google image search and say computer keyboard, say high resolution image of computer keyboard. And because what's going on here is you've got some low res images, and I just want to do something here. I want to make sure I've got Photoshop open. Because what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I'm going to take this image right here and I'm going to open it up in Photoshop. Okay, and right now in Photoshop I want you to see something. If you look at Photoshop all the way up at the top of the screen, right next to where it says Photoshop CC, go over to where it says image, click that and come down to where it says image size, click that, and you'll see that right here, that needs to say 300 right there. That means a high resolution, high quality image. This image won't be able to be used, for example, because it's a low resolution 72 ppi image. That's why I say when you go to Google image search, make sure that you search for high resolution images. Okay, there's a number of other stock agencies you can search. Getty Images, for example, Morguefile. A couple of those you can search, and you can also search the library at AI for high resolution images. Let me cancel out of that. Let me close that. And I also want to bring you over to, boy, I just closed your image. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Hold on one second. Got it back open. So, and then one other thing I want to draw your attention to is this. Make sure that I'm just going to go over here to Learning Path. And I'm going to open that in a new window just so I can show you some really important resources that you'll need to. Milestone 2, all of these learning activities right here, all the way down here, all these talk about resolution. And it's really important. It's one of the basic foundational cornerstones in all of Photoshop. So you really have to understand resolution. And how resolution, as it relates to resizing images and understanding which images are too small to use, and understanding how you can reduce the size of images but not increase the size of images. It's really important stuff. Let me get over to what I'm talking about. Okay, so you have your computer critter Chris. All right, and it all seems well. You did your image search. This image looks like, it depends on how big it is, but if I come in, that's 9 inch. That should be fine. Excuse me. We go to this image here. This is definitely a low resolution image. How can I tell? Well, let me zoom in a little bit. And you can see how these are all square. Those need to be really crisp. If we see this image right here, we can see that it's much more crisp than this. Okay, so that's definitely, see all that pixel damage right there? That's definitely indicative of a low resolution image. This is also looks like it's going to be a low resolution image. See how all that's damaged? Okay, next image. This one looks like it'll be okay. This you can't use because it's got these watermarks in it. So you wouldn't be able to use that. This looks fine. Now see the difference between a low resolution and then the high resolution image. I'm just going to zoom into the area that's in focus. Don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to the area in focus and see how it's not as damaged. It's as the other one. This one looks like it is also low resolution. See how it's pixelated? Let's go to, this is definitely low resolution. See how it's got those little squares and that's all pixelated. This is again low resolution image. This looks like a high resolution image. Let's zoom in here, and yeah, this one can be used because it's definitely doesn't show all that damaged area. That one again, low resolution image, and then as we zoom in here, we can see, yes, this is, so these are all low resolution image. None of these will be able to be used for your final caricature, your creature development. So what I would like you to do is resubmit this. Do so quickly as we're approaching the end of the week quickly. So, and again, you can search for, you know what, hold on one second. Sorry about that. But at any rate, so yes, these all have to be high resolution images. As I said, if you are going to use Google as an image search, make sure that you use high res images. Let me show you what I mean. So if I open new window and I go to Google and I just say image search, so I say high And I'll show you what I have here. I just have high resolution images of computer parts. So let's go, let's see what we have here. Free images on Pixabay. So here's all sorts of high resolution images that you can use. And again, just so, and then here's another Pixabay. Here's free images for computer hardware, stock images, and royalty-free images from Shutterstock. We open that guy up, we can see all sorts of high resolution images for computers. Some of these aren't going to be able to be used, as we can see that some of them have these watermarks on them. So again, so just basically, you want to define that parameter. Make sure you say high resolution images of computer parts. I'll also leave a couple of resources for you in my response to this post. A couple of links for you. Okay, so hope that makes sense. If not, let me know and I'll try to clarify. But I think it should make sense. Be sure to read through those parts in the textbook, Milestone 2, actually the Milestone 2 learning objectives, learning activities. These are so important for you to understand. So let me know after you review everything. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to clarify. All right, thanks.